Welcome to T-Birds This Week. It's brought to you by Supreme Auto Glass. They've been in the business for over 25 years. Check them out at supremeautoglass.net if you have needs for your car. As we go into this week, of course, the T-Birds are coming off a week in which they only played one game. That was this past Friday, an overtime game. They lost that one by the score 5-4 to the Prince Albert Raiders. Still picked up a point in that game, and so Seattle on this current 6-game homestand has picked up 5 of a possible 6 points. As we said, it was just the one game they had this weekend, but they'll stay on home ice where they've been really good thus far this year. They have the best winning percentage on home ice of any team right now in the Western Conference at a 700 clip. They've got 2 more games this weekend and 3 games overall on the homestand. First up, the Friday night game, 7 o'clock here at home against the Victoria Royals. It'll be the first of 4 against the Royals this season. And then the big one is Saturday night. Why is it big? It's the Fred Meyer Teddy Bear Toss game. Get your tickets for that one and then go to Fred Meyer, buy some stuffed animals, bring them to the game. When the T-Birds score their first goal that night, you can toss them over the glass onto the ice. They'll be collected and distributed to local charities during the holiday season. That's a 6 o'clock start, by the way, and it's not on the screen, but there's one more game on the homestand coming up next Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, 7 o'clock start against the Wenatchee Wild. So a busy week of hockey coming up for the T-Birds after playing just one game this past weekend, that 5-4 loss. In that game, Brock England had a goal and 2 assists. It was his second game since coming back from the U17 World Hockey Challenge that he picked up 3 points. And as a result of those 2 games and those 6 points earned, he was named the Western Hockey League Rookie of the Week. So congratulations to Brock, who is off to a terrific start in his first full season in the Western Hockey League. I think even missing some time with Seattle to play in that tournament back in Nova Scotia, he's still, I believe, 3rd on the team in scoring overall, so having a great start to his first full campaign in the Western Hockey League. A couple of notes to pass along to you as well. One, T-Birds have announced the Battle on the Sound. It's coming up at the end of January at Climate Pledge Arena. The game will be the 31st at 6:05 against the Everett Silverchips. Tickets to the public go on sale the morning of the 24th of November at 10 a.m. For more details, check the T-Birds website at SeattleThunderbirds.com. But the annual Battle of the Sound has been solidified. Everett and Seattle up at Climate Pledge Arena. As you know, this is a development league. We're developing players for the next level, and T-Birds have done a great job of doing that. And most recently, one of their players that came through here not too long ago made his National Hockey League debut. Jared Davidson appearing in his first NHL game this past weekend with the Montreal Canadiens. They brought him up, recalled him from the Laval Rockets of the American Hockey League. So congratulations to Jared Davidson, who came here as a 16-year-old undrafted player and became a champion, part of that 2023 championship team. 99 goals in his T-Bird career, just missed getting to the century mark and 100 goals. And that's the goal, as we said, of all the players, and they come through here, is to, maybe get a contract, get drafted, get an invite to a camp somewhere. And I'm sure that is on the mind of our guest this week. Sawyer Mayes is joining us. And Sawyer, you have been part of this franchise now since last January, so not quite a year. You came over at the trade deadline from the Calgary Hitmen and the Sawyer Minio deal. It was a Sawyer for Sawyer deal. Just talk about now being acclimated to this organization, fitting in here in the local area, and just being part of this team now for about a year now.
Yeah, I mean, coming here was like a dream come true, honestly. It was so great being traded here and being able to become a T-Bird. In Calgary, I was a bottom guy. I wasn't getting a lot of opportunity. I didn't really fit in there. I don't know if the guys liked me very much there, but when I came here, it was like I came home from a long vacation and everyone here was my family. I mean, the first week I got here was like everyone connected with me so quickly, and it was just such an experience to be able to come here and be welcomed so openly. It was awesome.
I'm not saying you're the only reason for it, but when you came over, the T-Birds got hot and, of course, had that terrific second half last year and made it to the playoffs and terrific 6-game series with Everett in round 1 before bowing out. And you're off to a good start this year. Here are your stats so far this season through 18 games. 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points total, +1 on the season, coming off a game against Prince Albert in which you had a goal and an assist. So things are trending in the right direction. You look at those numbers, you probably think there's more to give as you go forward here to add to those totals? Just talk about your game, what your strengths are, and what you're improving on as this season gets underway.
I'm a big guy, I play on the third line on this team, and I play a third line role, but I think I bring more than that. I can skate pretty well for a big guy, so I can move the puck well. But my line is a forechecking line, so for this team, our strength is just getting pucks deep and going to work. I'm a physical guy. I love to hit. I love getting greasy in the corners. That's what I live for, and I think that's what I bring to the table.
Well, here's some proof to the thought, as you said, that you have that you can skate and you have some offensive capability. This is from earlier this season. This was, I believe, an opening night against the Americans, your first a little bit of a breakaway there, so you showed that speed, and then you showed your hands. Talk about this goal here as we show it now in slow motion.
Yeah, honestly, when I'm on breakaways, I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just trying to take what's given and see what the goalie's doing. I guess I made a good move there. That's a pretty nice angle. Yeah, it was a nice goal to be scored. That was my first one of the season too, so it was nice.
Well, you mentioned your line mates. You've got Braden Holberton and Cameron Kuzma on your line, that third line for the T-Birds. You talk about liking to hit. Holby's another guy who likes to be physical and hit out there as well. So how have you developed chemistry with those two guys?
Yeah, we all work really hard. I mean, I think we complement each other very well. We all have good skill. We all compete out there, and we all know what we have to do to have success in games. I mean, we're a very big line too. We're all big boys, and we love to just get it done,
So just lastly, we talked about when we talked about Jared Davidson making his NHL debut. Here's a guy who came to Seattle as a 16-year-old undrafted guy and didn't get drafted by an NHL team till his last chance to get drafted. You did not get drafted in your first eligibility year this past summer. You were listed by Central Scouting last year. You didn't get the invite to a camp. I'm sure that's a focus. If you know that if you play your game and the team has success, you will have that success, and you could get that chance in the future.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's disappointing when you don't get drafted. It's a dream of mine, but it's not my. That's not the first thing on my mind. I always want to have team success, and this year I'm definitely looking to change that and try to get drafted this year. But I just want to make sure the team does good, and I'll do everything I can. Yeah, funny thing about Jared Davidson, I'm actually in his stall. It's pretty funny. Maybe some of his NHL debut will rub off on me.
See, the things we learn doing these little conversations with players, little small tidbits, hopefully that does rub off on you being in his stall. You don't wear the same number, but you got the same stall. But again, It's perseverance, right? He persevered from a 16-year-old to a 20-year-old in this league, got better every year. And that's the challenge that you face, is to persevere and get better every year.
Yeah, that's
somebody
my
turned
goal.
the lights out on you.
Yeah,
well, we'll save that for another day. There you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I mean, I won't let it get me down. I'm gonna persevere like he did, and I just want to be the best that I can be, and I'm gonna work for it.
Well, he set a great example, and hopefully you'll do the same as you come through the system to the players who come in behind you. And we wish you all the success going forward this season. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with us this time on this episode of the T-Birds This Week.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Sawyer Mayes, our guest here on the show. The T-Birds, as we said, have a couple of games coming up this weekend, 3 between now and Thanksgiving. First up, the 2 this weekend, Friday night, 7:05 against the Victoria Royals. Saturday, 6:05, Teddy Bear Toss, brought to you by Fred Meyer against the Regina Pats next Wednesday at home against Wenatchee. And we'll talk to you again shortly.